Now, here's another thing idiot don't understand. Schizophrenics do not admit they are mentally ill because their mental illness prevents them from doing so. But that's also why it's a catch 22 unless you admit the doctors diagnosed you with paranoid schizophrenia. Dude, I know. It's all you can do, right, Tom Cruise? Mm-hmm. Right? They don't believe in your mentally ill anyway. Right. Uh-huh. But see, that's the point. That's the point. Any church or group of believers run like Davis's church would quickly be called a cult. But they're part of the cult. The cult members don't know they're in a cult either. That's the point. Peter created a cult with what he left behind of the sayings of Christ because he didn't write everything Christ said down, though. He said more after his ministry than he did during. You think? Right. Because after he explained it all, what Peter did is focused on what he said during his ministry, not what he said after. Which do you think is more important, idiot, Peter? But he said after. Then he explained it all to him, dumbass, right? Which do you think is more important to know? What he said during his ministry or what he taught after? What he taught after. Well, he didn't even teach you what he taught after. He just only said what he said during it. That's why you're so confused about Jesus today. Peter confused you. That's why. That's how Peter's sick mind received it. Though I'm praying for him to repent and understand his sin is judgment. His sin is thinking he's like Moses when he don't know Moses from a hole in the ground. He couldn't even recognize the other two talking with Christ were male and female anyway. Damn. That's how bonkers he was. And one of them, okay, Peter mainly spoke up, right? Who thought it was Elijah and Moses anyway? Peter. Peter, dumbass. Peter's dumbass. That's the point. That's the point. You're following Peter's confusion about Christ, not the truth. The man might even still be around, dumbasses. That's what John meant, ain't it? Some of them started worrying about that. Uh-oh. Remember what he said in the last chapter? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Right? It wouldn't be just John, though. How many saw him after the resurrection? 500, Paul said, including himself. Damn. Could they all be around still? And some of the Roman soldiers, because some of them, did it with him. Through rape. They don't want you to know that either. And they don't. Because Jesus had to forgive it all. So that's the problem. You won't forgive as Christ forgave to be saved by Satan, to be resurrected and brought into heaven, right? Therefore, you're dying on the earth, condemning each other, right? If you condemn one person, you die. No. A natural death. It's all sin. It's all sin. You can't condemn anyone. No. That's why I don't condemn you. That's why he can raise you from the dead. Even with the girl, I told her in the bathroom what was going on, right? If she agreed to be with me again, right? I told her I had a little sign again, right? So I would know I was with her too, right? But she still agreed to be with me. You know that too. I took the bait again. We made love where? Only one place in the restaurant, the bathroom, the bathroom. But see, why? You can't. It's not a sin. It's not a sin to have sex with a woman who's not married, who don't have a boyfriend, who's not engaged. Right? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That's their misinterpretation of the old, and they forgot they're not supposed to judge all that either. Ain't it what Christ said? The main message of Matthew isn't to judge, but not to judge, right? But it flies over your head. That's what he means, Kirk. When you judge and you look upon a woman to lust after in your heart, you done committed adultery if you charge someone else with adultery. Do you understand? But if she's single, you ask her, and you're single too, and you and her sleep together, it don't say you can't do that. No, it don't. No, it don't. You just gotta be what? Both be single and willing to mingle. What I tell you. Now, I don't go to the movies, like I said, to have sex with anyone. I go to watch a movie. Not even with Megan. But if we did, there's only one place we can do it, the damn family room, because you can lock it till you get out. Right? So, it's the whole point. Because I don't even remember doing it with her. Don't you get it? No. And you know who's making me not remember it? I know I do. No, you do. But see, they also can threaten her. They also can... She don't know she can resurrect like I can either. She might get too mad with him or this, that, and the other, right? But see, I'm never mad with him. No, you're never mad with him about it. Because I can't do nothing about it either. No. And I keep telling her, well, if you don't believe me or you can't do it, it's okay to do what they tell you to do too. I don't condemn her. I don't condemn her. See, that's the point. You were condemning. But you ain't got to agree to something. You could also disagree. What did Christ also say? Let your yes be yes and your no be no to anything you do or do not want to do. Right? You can say yes or no to anything. Oh, no. That's the problem too, right? You won't let people do that either. You won't let the women who want to sleep with me, nor will you let me only sleep with them, right? You're blocking me out, so I don't know what happened, right? That's why I'm tricking you. But you won't know what the trick is. I do. No. When you black me out, I knew what I did beforehand. You don't. You won't even see it. I know what I did. That's why it's my secret to the grave and beyond if I resurrect. And I know I resurrected. And now you resurrected. Because I know my trick. I know my trick. You don't. You still don't know what I did until I revealed it, right? And you too probably saw the phones by the freaking... But you didn't know that was it. No, you didn't know. Right. I knew. My trick. Trick. Right. See, I knew I had both phones in my pocket. You didn't. Of my coat. So I put it by the king and went inside, was with the girl, then came back out. But then I noticed when I got to the theater, the phones weren't in my pocket anymore. I was like, well, what the hell I do with them? Then I, went and got me a drink, and then I suddenly saw them down by the, king, right? I'm like, well, what happened? Did I have another blackout? And trick him again? That's right. That's right. I can trick you too. You don't know me either. You don't know Jesus at all. People, you only know Satan and his judgments and condemnation of you because of Peter. Yes, it's Peter's fault. He's to blame. Who's to blame? Peter Iscariot Christ. That's what he's playing to you. All three roles at once. He's both the Antichrist, he's both the false prophet, and he's Satan. And you're following him straight into hell, John. You too. Don't tell me you don't know better. You're all following the man into hell. You crazy Jewish bastards who won't repent of your own sin. That's the point. You're not a true and proper Jew yourself. You made the church of the synagogue of Satan just as much as they were before Christ even came. It almost seems a waste. He even came by now. Right. Thanks to you and Peter and the other 500. None of you are saying a word to correct anything. You did wrong. And the only reason I am is God gave me the damn dream. But you know the dream enough don't mean nothing to God. He wants to give you all the dream, but you're not being worthy. Like you said, John, but one. You done corrupted the world. How can you save us when you're not doing Christ's will? Never have. From the day you agreed with Peter's portrayal, you became just like Peter. You're still like Peter, Bruce. I know your real name. And Davis is acting like Peter. Why'd his ass go to jail for fucking touching little boys? You can't even tell two little boys to masturbate together. That's pedophilia. I know. You can tell them handle your own business, but you can't tell them that. No, you can't. That's why you don't understand why they got him for it. I know. What they really got him for is having the two boys touch each other and being an adult. That's pedophilia. That's pedophilia too. You can't teach your two young men to touch each other if they're underage. That's against the law. I know it is. That's exactly what they got him for too. That's why you don't understand it. You're not people of laws. You're not people of good rules. I know. You never were. You're not Jewish. None of you. You don't even understand the Torah. You're trying to follow dead laws that only kill, not save you. That's why Isaiah says you're making a covenant with death, hell, and the grave by believing that you're supposed to do all that. I know. That's not what Moses wrote it down for. It's the opposite. That is the mind of Satan. I know. The law of Satan is the Ten Commandments. I know. And he's teaching you to break them all too. And be punished for it with death. I know. Do you get it? But you still need to know it. I'm not saying the problem is the Bible. It's your interpretation of it. I know. Yeah. You're misinterpreting it 100%. You're trying to follow it. Like that's what Moses wanted you to follow when it's not. That's why Paul said the letter comes with very good flavor. And y'all don't even know what he was saying half the time, right? He showed you how not to judge anymore by showing you all that judgment. And it goes over your head. You start trying to think, okay, that way. Every little thought comes to my head, oh, cast out. Well, it keeps coming into your head, so you keep having to cast it out. Why do you think that is? Because you're trying to resist your own natural humanity. What you're doing there is denying who and what you are. As a human being, you're going to have those thoughts. Quit condemning it is what Paul means. Forgive it. Because the more you condemn it and the more you think it, the more you're doing it. With condemnation, you ain't even got to do it for it to be a sin. You just keep thinking it as a sin. And you die from it. You don't die from not forgiving, you die from forgiving. That's what you're saying. Condemnation is not salvation. It can't be. No, it can't be. You can't save yourself by condemning another for doing the same thing you can do. Right. And we can all do it. But you condemn them. No. Like I said. But like I said, I don't know what I am. But I'm not, again, technically, according to your definition of it, schizophrenic, nor am I bipolar. I'm always positive too, right? I don't get depressed. I know you don't. It's not simply I'm not reporting it either, right? But what was he depressed about, Jonah? That the wrath of God didn't fall upon those Ninevites. Do you get it? Damn. Now, sometimes TBN gets it. Sometimes they go back into judging. That's the point. Pastor Prince kind of gets it. But again, you won't. The law condemns you because by its very nature, you're already breaking it. I know. You can't not break it. Right. There's no way you can't break it. You're supposed to what? Forgive those thoughts. Not condemn it. Right. Because we're all going to have it. That's what they mean. That's what they really meant. But they can't really, again, because, right, Peter, you couldn't explain all this then. Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have. He didn't think Constantine and the Romans would understand it. He started what? Judging them. And you're still judging them as enemies. You understand? You create your enemy when you can